So, any romances I'm watching this summer? As a matter of fact, there is. I believe the only romance that's actually out that I'm actually interested in, surprisingly not, during the time of summer, and that is the fragrant flower blooms with dignity. Okay, let's talk about this. This is one that's on a lot of people's radar when it comes to romance. And the reason why, because not much standing competition when it comes to romance this season, but also the beauty that is PA Works. PA Works really putting their best talents to make this anime look extremely beautifully stunning. Just looking at it, it feels like you're watching, and it goes for a lot of anime. Well, not a lot of anime, but very good amount that's been coming out recently with this high quality of animation and art. You look at it, it's like something you would see when you see a very special movie that's coming out that's based off a TV series. Like you see the Pokemon movie, it has those shaders, or we see a cartoon movie and it has those extreme um, detailed shades. It makes it look like, okay, this is something special. But then now these days, it's hard to tell the difference now, especially when you're watching the Demon Slayer movies and stuff. Like, it looks no different from the freaking anime. It looks no different. And that's just the quality that some studios can do now these days. PA Works definitely put out their best and brightest when it comes to this. So this is a Romeo and Juliet kind of anime. You have two schools right next to each other. Ironically, one is the all-girls school where they're pampered, prim, and proper, and they're extremely smart and very lady-like. You know, they have this high quality and high class of standard of living, and they keep their noses in the air all the time. Then next to them is a boys' school, a delinquent boys' school, where all the boys are not extremely smart, they're troubled, they have bad youth, and they're looked down a lot. But most of them are pretty nice guys, actually. The ones I've seen, they just don't take life that seriously. They think, hey, this is our life. We're given the downtrodden, so we might as well make the most of it. Enjoy ourselves. And to be honest with you, there's nothing wrong with that whatsoever. The fact that these two schools are next to each other is ironic. It depends on which school was made first. I just know if I was a high class, school that's based off an all female school, I wouldn't build it anywhere near any other building. It'll be somewhere in a nice, fine, grand building that's isolated, and you have to get there by car, and it'll have the fields and stuff like that, the gardens. It'll be luxurious and beautiful. That's just my opinion. There's no way in hell I would put it next to a delinquent school. That makes no sense. Whoever thought about this was dumb, unless the boys' school wasn't always like that. See, I don't know much about the origins of these two school buildings because I'm only watching the anime. But the more I think about it, the more it's like a forced plot. But I'm being sidetracked here. Let's talk about the two main characters. One is Rentaro, a very tall boy with very scary eyes. The typical gentle giant kind of dude. He's extremely tall. People feel that he's intimidating because of his size and the way his eyes are shaped. But he's actually a nice guy. That typical thing that's been happening a lot lately. Well, not a lot, but every so often. Then you have Shidori, the very nice, fluffy, puffy kind of girl who loves to eat sweets a lot. And she starts going to Rentaro's bakery more and more often, ordering a bunch of sweets and eating them. And Rentaro is just fascinated with her eating these sweets. As time goes on, these two start talking and start getting a close relationship. However, they have to keep it a secret because of either the schools find out, mainly the girls' school, they could be in trouble, mainly for Shidori herself. So they're trying to keep their relationship a secret, but sooner or later realizing keeping secret from their friends is a bad idea. So the friends themselves see each school as a bad place. The guys don't like it because the girls are always looking down on the guys and see them as a negative kind of people every single time, while the girls have this notion anything that's beneath them is trash, bad, and they're just plain out disgusting. If anything, I feel so more sorry for the guys because the guys just want to just live their lives and just enjoy what life they have. despite not having that chance of being extremely successful. But imagine you're going to school and you have to be next to a school that's constantly looking down on you because of your standard in life and everything. It's not your fault. You're born in this life. It just happens. But they want to look down on you for it. Then you have these girls over here that come in and they just, I guess they were born to look down on people or have this very negative emotion when it comes to the school next door. Now, my theory is that something happened a long time ago that probably kept the headmaster have a stick up their butt. Something personal happened to them. And since something personal happened to them, they have this completely blinded, narrow minded vision of the boys' school where the girls can't interact or be around the boys' school no matter what. So because of that, she probably groomed these girls into thinking, don't like the guys from next door. They're terrible, they're nasty, they're bad. Just don't be around them. They're bad people. So the girls probably have that in their minds. So they think the guys are nothing more than trash. While the guys are just there saying, well, this is the life you got. Let's make the most of it. And that's pretty much what it is. And I can't stand that. I bet you that's what it is. If I'm right and I start reading the manga, I haven't read the manga yet, and that's what it is, I'll be very disappointed. But like I said, the main thing that really got going for this show is the character perspectives. Each character has this black and white version of another person from each side. The guys see the girls as stuck ups, and the girls see the guys as trash. So when you start seeing each character interact with the other, you will have this. It's kind of like Mushoku Tensei. When you first see a character in that show, you have this very negative or positive perspective on them, determined on their first impression. But as time goes on, the story reveals there's more to this character than meets the eye. They give all this, you know, this very first expression is because of whatever they went through. So they see things that way. So you think, okay, this is why the person's like this. And as time goes on, they learn to open up. They become a better person or something. You're like, you know what? I get it. This character is not so bad after all. It's just that that's just how they were raised or something that's happened to them. So then as time goes on, you start to really respect the character. You may not always like the character, but you can at least respect them or even understand them. And that's what the main beauty of the story is character perspective. Some of the guys, Rentaro's friends were upset that Rentaro was keeping secrets from them, and also how one of the girls was just being completely mean to Rentaro. And the guys were only reacting because they're being mean to their best friend, so they were being mean back. And then the girl who's being mean to them is because she has a bad past when it comes to males because of her hair color. Because of that, she always had this loner personality where she was just mean to everyone around her but her best friend. So you start to understand these characters as time goes on. Very nice. And sometimes very mean. And that's how it's with most humans. Most humans act the way they are because of their upbringing and the things they went through in life. And that's how it is for most of us. We'll have this very sometimes ignorant viewpoint on other people just because of things that's happening in our past. We make our past sometimes our future by, for now on, judging this kind of person or this kind of thing based on what we went through. It triggers something within us psychologically. But it shouldn't be like that because everybody's different to a point where not everyone's the way you perceive them to be. So it's not good to always have that mindset. It makes you extremely ignorant in a way. But nonetheless, I'm enjoying this anime for what it is, and when it's done, I can't wait to read the manga and see where the story goes. Hopefully it goes to good places. I'm looking forward to it. That being said, I'll end the video here. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, like, comment, subscribe, and of course, hit that bell icon. This has a Madcrownxox, all anime. Signing out.